Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom component in AEM. According to Adobe, we should leverage the core components as much as possible. But on projects, there's always a need to create custom components. Let me show you how to create a new component in AEM. Let's assume that there is a requirement to create a promo component where we will have a field to enter the title, a field to enter the link, and then another field to enter the CTA label. I'll go into my project. Under UI apps, JCR root apps, my app web components, I'll just create a new folder called promo. First thing I'll add is a .content.xml file. And I'll add the metadata related to the component. So for example, component title, the primary type of the component, and the component group. The component group should match the group created for your project so that it shows up in the list when you're trying to drag and drop the component. So I'm just going to copy the component group name. The next thing I want to do is add the code for the dialogues. For that, I need to create a folder. And add .content.xml. As you can see here, I've added the layout for creating a tab in the authoring dialog, and then there will be different properties. For example, the title, the path, and the CTA label. The next thing I'm doing is going to create promo.html file. This file will have the rendering logic for the component. You have to make sure the name of the file matches the name of the component. So if it's under promo folder, it has to be promo.html. I'm going to use my repo tool to push the code to AEM. Now if I go to my page in AEM, I should be able to drag and drop the new promo component, as you can see here. And when I open the dialog, I see the dialog fields added by the code. So as you can see, the content entered in the component is rendering on the page. This is how a new component is created in AEM. The next thing I want to show is to add styles to this component. Let's just assume that we are going to use Bootstrap I'm just going to copy the CSS. I'm going to add it to my custom header libs file. So these are the files created by AEM in order to allow the developers to add custom JavaScript or CSS files. Let's say I'm going to push the code to AEM again. Now if I refresh the page, as you can see, the styles from Bootstrap have been applied to this component. Since the title here is blur, I'm going to change the style on the title. I'm going to add a class called cmp promo underscore title, and then I'm going to create a CSS file here in my UI frontend folder. I want to change the color of the text to be black, and I'm going to push this code to AEM. So the code has been deployed to AEM. Let me refresh the page, and as you can see, the new style has been applied to this component. So this is how a new component is created in AEM. Just to recap the steps, the first thing I did is I created a component folder in the components folder here, and then I created .content.xml file to define the title for the component and the component group. This is what makes the component appear in this list, and you have the title which should match with what you have provided, the promo component. The next thing I did is I created CQ dialog folder and then .content.xml. This is what defines the authoring dialog. So as you can see, I have created 3 fields here. That's what shows up here. The next thing I did is I added the promo.html code. This has the rendering logic for the component. I added a custom CSS include into custom header libs.html, and then I added custom CSS styles in promo.scss file. Mind you, when I created a new file, I don't have to update any of the jobs that compiles the file and deploys it to AEM, because that's already been taken care of by AEM or the Maven project that was created by Adobe. So that's it for this video. Thank you.